Hello, Brett. I was just explaining to everyone that we had a 10-minute phone call because you were so nervous about today.
Well, I this happened if I have to prepare,
I know.
right? Because every other time I show up and I look like a dingus because I'm like, I don't know what are we doing? Oh, really? That happened? Wow,
It's
that's
been it's
interesting.
been 3 years. Wow, that's crazy.
It's not even just that. It's like I feel like every single episode we've been doing stuff and suddenly everyone's like, "Oh yeah, remember this and this and this." I'm like, I
I
don't
do not.
know what we're talking about.
I
Um,
think it's very funny, but it's definitely all at your expense. 'Cause
Yeah, I definitely need to be a bit better about it. So we need to have that conversation.
yeah.
Wait, I need to throw something out there because I edited the town hall episode and
Oh, shit.
there was some ragging on Brett for not catching that Jay's mentioned her name to him. She did not, in fact, do that.
What? Really?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
She just said she's doing a bake sale for her business.
And then he
Uh,
goes inside, and then
She
when
did not
she's talking
mention
her
name.
name, she did
ah.
Oh
to
my
Phoebe.
God.
She said it to Phoebe after Brett had gone inside.
Fuck.
That's
Well,
incredible because I felt really, really dumb about that one when everyone was like, "How did you not talk to her?" I was like, "I did not hear that."
Because you didn't get told.
Brett, you've been
I will admit
vindicated.
that I didn't hear it afterwards either when you all talked to her. So I didn't know, I think, until the end of the episode when everyone was like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, if it makes you feel better on top of that, it's also in character because what are you going to hear through fucking walls and doors that are
Exactly.
closed?
Exactly.
That's true. So, welcome, Hell Crew. Welcome back. Although I I texted Mark like an hour before we were going to do this with a revelation, and he agreed with me. So, we'll deal with that in a little bit. Um, are you still good with that, Mark? Is that the way we're doing things?
Yeah, I was actually funny enough. I was at the grocery store when you texted me. I was trying to decide between chicken nuggets and popcorn chicken,
Hmm.
and then I completely forgot about that because I got that text. So thanks, Max. I appreciate it. Now I don't have chicken.
Oh no, I'm starving, Mark.
Yeah.
Um, so the last official,
Wait,
huh?
wait.
What?
Turn yourself on Do Not Disturb right now
Oh my God, you're so right.
before the whole recording ends up with your little Discord boops.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
thank
Did
you.
you do that like at one point where you forgot to do that or something?
Many times.
He
Oh.
used to not. So now I make a note of it because there have been some episodes where I'll be hearing badoop, 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 and I'm like, oh, Max.
I don't like this. Why is everyone turning against me now?
Call it post from Max.
Anyway, so the last Hell Crew episode, Jimmy James received an endorsement from the Lady Fate, who was like, "Hey, I know you're trying to kill Stolas, but if you don't kill Stolas and you don't kill me in the process, I'll give you an endorsement that's gonna let you try and change the way that hell works." Jimmy James was like, "You know what? Fuck yeah. I'm gonna change my whole plan. I'm not gonna try and kill Stolas. I'll do this instead." But unfortunately for Jimmy James, your other endorsement does not come overnight, or in a week, or in a month. And you are left stranded on Earth with a crazy cult leader, a librarian, Roger B. Hobblescobble, and it's pretty fucking boring. But we did just we did just have a conversation. A father. Beth has asked me to correct that. Roger is a father, not just Roger B. Hobblescobble. So right before this, Brett and I had a fun conversation where he was like, "Max, you fucking dunce. You've stranded me on Earth for 3 years, and I can't go back to hell because we already established that Jimmy James has been around for 3 years. So what the fuck has he been doing for 3 years?" And I was hoping you could talk about what we talked about.
Well, so like me, Jimmy James is very driven, right? Um, Unlike me, he can stay very focused on tasks, apparently, and will not just wander off onto other ones. And so hell has been the one task that he has been focused on this entire time, including while he's on Earth. So one of the first things he did was he tried to figure out a way to communicate with Ish
Yeah, I imagine that took
because
some time.
Yeah, that was probably real hard. Um, because first off, he had to figure out how he was gonna actually. First off, he had to find a radio, which that wasn't hard, but also it's 2019, 2020, whatever it is, and not too many people actually just have regular radios lying around.
Did he like steal a car or something?
I don't think he fully understood that radios were still in cars. He looked at it and was like, "That's not a radio. I don't
That's
know
not
what
a
that is,
radio.
but that's a spaceship." Um,
So where does he get like an old timey vintage radio?
on eBay, on Bleebay,
On Bleebay. Perfect.
Bleebay.
Yeah. So he does learn how to use a computer.
He has to. He has to.
Yeah.
I think someone definitely teaches him, probably some of the librarians, because he goes to the library all the time, and they got real sick of him asking about certain books, and they were like, "Hey, look it up on our, you know, lookup thing that we have at the library." I go to the library all the time. I don't know about what you guys are talking about. And so he learned how to use a computer because of that, and eventually was able to get a radio on Bleebay. And from there, he had to figure out the frequency to use, which basically was just shifting it ever so slightly
Mhm.
for a long time. He then realized that it won't work because Ish doesn't have a receiver or transmitter on the other end.
Mhm.
So he had to figure that one out, which I don't know how I figured that one out.
You know, I want to say because I don't have a more intelligent answer. It was literally just sheer dumb luck. It was literally like it was like 3 a.m. Jimmy James is like just flipping through the static, and what? Hang on, Beth is. Oh my God, that's brilliant! Beth has a really good idea. Jimmy James goes to hospice.
He just goes to hospice, right? And he walks around and he's like, "Who feels like they're about to die? Like, just raise your hand." Sorry, I'll reenact this. So here you go. First, I'll show you an accent and mods.
Yeah.
Right. Hello. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just. How's everyone feeling today?
It's
Anyone
like,
feeling particularly die-y?
it's like lunchtime at the old folks' home. Jimmy James just bursts through the doors. Everyone's kind of like staring at you, and one particularly feeble old man raises his hands and said, I think this is it, son. I think today's the day. Old man Molasses bites the bullet. It's me, old.
The bullet.
I'm biting I'm old man Molasses. I think I'm gonna die, son.
Dr. B.
Woman. Sorry, I forgot you were a flapper.
Well, Molasses, I'd love to, explain something to you. Do you mind just one-on-one time? Because the realizations I'm about to give probably won't make everyone feel good, considering everyone here is pretty close to death.
First of all, no, this is not Dr. B, Beth. This is just my generic old man voice. And old man Molasses says, Molasses was my father. Called me old man.
All right, old man Molasses.
That's
sure.
fine. Do you like wheel him off into a corner?
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. So hell is real. You're probably gonna go there.
Oh,
Nothing
sheepish.
against you. Nothing against you. We've all done shit in our lives. I killed people when I was alive. I'm still. Anyway. So if you go down there and you end up in a desert, I need you to go find a town, and I need you to go talk to Ish. He has a full name, but I can never say it. So just call him Ish and tell him Jimmy James sent you. He'll know what that means.
Oh, there are towns in hell.
There are now. It's called New Jamestown. We put a lot of work into it. I mean, they have.
Oh.
I've been here forever.
This is a lot for old man Molasses to process. I think I'm. Oh God, this is it. I'll find New Jamestown. And he dies.
I like to imagine that he had to do that multiple times because different people got sent to different realms of hell or whatever it is, planes of hell, whatever it's called. And so he had to just continuously come back to this place. And they're like, oh no, here's that crazy flapper again.
Yeah, this goes on for months. But one night, while you're flipping through the radio, you hear a hello, hello, hello.
Hello? Ish?
Oh, did
Ish?
Jimmy James?
Hey! Look, it worked. You got my message, or one of them.
Well, yeah, old lady liver spots tracked me down and said that you had a message for her.
I
For
talked to
me.
old lady litter spots like 2 months ago. Wow.
Yeah, I think, she ended up in a different part of hell and didn't like it, so she tried to get over here and... What the hell? Where are you?
I'm on Earth, so yeah, it's all right. I don't know. I kind of miss hell. I just feel like I had a purpose there. Where here I've just been like walking around. Things have changed. So how are you?
Well, still dead. Thought,
That's good.
you'd be gone maybe a few weeks to kill a demon, but still, you're still there, so I guess the demon's not dead.
Well, change of plans.
Change of plans?
We're not killing that demon.
What?
Well, maybe. Listen, it's not fully off the table, but it's off the table enough that it's not something we're going to be like going to do. But we have other things. I'm waiting on a call from a guy. Call are things people do on phones. They had those when we were alive, right? I don't remember.
Yes, Jimmy James. They had phones
It's
when we were alive.
Very confusing what they've got nowadays.
So you're just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very exciting gig.
How?
That's what they use to say job nowadays. Learning the lingo.
Wow, that's great. I can't wait for you to bring all this modern lingo. Are you how the hell are you walking? You must be going fucking crazy up there.
Oh yeah, it's really boring. That's why I keep going talking to dead people. Almost dead people.
Oh, is this like a pleasure call?
Well, yeah, I missed you,
Oh, I missed you too.
I've got
Wow.
Danica here who's got a cult going again. How's her cult down there going?
They're cashing it up. And Danica like burst over and she's like, "Is that Ish?"
Ish, it's your best friend.
Tell all of my little lambs I said hello. There's so many more little lambs here that you... And Ish goes, okay, hi Danica, yes. Anyway, back to this. So what have you learned? What have you been doing?
I learned how a computer works.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't either. It was very weird. But it's a box
Okay.
and it shows things. I don't really know. They didn't
like a
tell me
book?
how it works. No. Like, okay, so you open a book, right?
Yeah.
To a certain page. It's kind of like a picture book, but
Yeah.
when you turn the page, you don't have to turn the page.
What?
And there's like 1,000 pages.
A self-turning
At least.
book.
Yeah, and you use a mouse, not like a, I don't know, they call it a mouse. I don't know why. It's not mouse-like at all. It doesn't squeal when you grab it. It's not cute. It's kind of fucking ugly.
Oh. Okay.
Anyways. So, yeah, I learned how a computer works. I hope that explained what it was to you.
I have a very clear picture in my head. It's a book with a mouse attached.
You know what? That's probably. Oh,
An
there's also
ugly
buttons
mouse.
for. There's buttons for words.
There's buttons for words.
You can make your own words too. I didn't mention that part.
like
You can write in the
Scrimbo.
book. I don't know what that is. That sounds like a weird hell thing that I'm missing out on.
Oh
So-
yeah, Scrimbo. It's a new sport down here. It's all the kids are into
I
it.
missed our first sport.
Yep, I'm sorry, bud. But I'll make sure that you're head of the Gimblies when you get back.
No, it's okay. I'll let the pros play.
They're very good at it. You gotta get
In
this.
the meantime, how's that wall going?
Jimmy James, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been rough since you left. I don't know how to lead people like you did.
Well, you always, well, you did lead like a little cult for a while, actually.
Yeah, that didn't go so well, if you remember.
Yeah, how did that? I died. I know that.
Yeah.
Did you die? Is that how you died?
Yes, that is how I died.
Did I kill you?
A version of you, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry for that.
No, it's all good. It's in the past. Anyway, but I bet people would still like to hear from you.
Oh, you want me to give speeches from this radio?
Not speeches. No, that sounds kind of
Oh,
culty.
okay.
Did you want to?
I don't know. It'd be nice to be appreciated again. There's not much going on around here.
You can
other
give
than people
speeches.
dying.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Haven't given a speech in, I don't know, several months now.
And I mean, think about it. If the humans have progressed so far, there's got to be stuff you can learn, right?
That's a good point. I learned the other day that, they build roads now out of asphalt. Before, I don't know what they used. They might have used asphalt. I'm not sure. I don't really remember, but do we have asphalt down there?
If you can get a recipe, maybe we can try.
I'll see what I can find. Maybe we can also use it to build walls.
Oh, that would keep people out.
I guess we probably need water too, don't we? That would probably be, maybe we don't focus on roads. Maybe we focus on getting more water and food, probably. I'll see what they have for food in the desert nowadays.
Yeah. Let us know, Jimmy James. This, maybe it won't suck for 3 years. Wow, I had future vision. Maybe it won't suck for however long you're out there.
That'd be really nice.
Years. Hopefully it's not 3 years.
I can't imagine it. Maybe another month or two. Can't be much longer than that. I'll be back in no time.
Probably another month or two. Well, I look forward to it, Jimmy James.
All right, and you know what? If there are any new sports here, I'll tell you all about them, so you can make them yours too.
Hell yeah! Are there any new sports in 3 years, Brett?
In real life, I don't know. He's gonna learn about esports, and he's gonna try to explain it at some point, but he's not gonna know how.
He teaches Ish Overwatch.
The people on the book, they do things. He never gets past the book analogy.
Yeah.
Ish.
Teaches Ish how to play League of Legends. This is awful. This is not a bit that we're gonna follow. Anyway, Fortnite. Among Us. Oh man. Anyway, Jimmy James, of course, we do know that it is not a month, it is a long 3 years. But your time there is not necessarily wasted, because the things you are able to learn and the things that you are able to pass help New Jamestown. And even if you're not there, you can hear there's like a shift when you talk to Ish, when you talk to others, and they start to sound like happier. They don't sound stressed out all the time. The modern advancements seem to really do a lot of good for your community.
But that's good. He's happy about that. That's kind of all he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't go talk to old people anymore because
Meanwhile,
that was a waste of his time.
Well, it wasn't a total waste, but that's too bad that he stops visiting the local retirement community. And real quick, let's just check in. Will, I know that you said Charlie is basically like he probably gets a job as like a librarian or something and just libraries it up for a while.
Yes. So I was thinking that he like maybe gets a job at the library, and is maybe one of the people who teaches Jimmy James how to use a computer.
Charlie learns first.
Charlie learns first, and Jimmy James is coming to the library so often that he's like, let me teach you how to use this. because nobody ever wants to fucking help anyone, and you're gonna be waiting a long ass time if you're waiting for these fucking women to do anything because they're just here to cash a paycheck.
Damn. Charlie decides to come for the librarians in Sensiba.
Yeah. They're just here to cash a paycheck. There's no library passion in this town.
The library passion died in the 60s.
The library passion died in the 60s. What? People have Kindles now and they don't even want to read a book? Absolutely ridiculous. You can't even smell a Kindle. Well, you could. It doesn't even smell good. Am I right? It just smells like plastic and whatever you touched earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So he's spending his work time at the library, and he's smelling his free time at the cult because he's decided that he's also a cult boy, just because he's come here with this group of people, and Danica is like, ah yes, the scribe, come take notes for my cult.
Mm-hmm. How's that going, by the way?
It's good. I think he's become fast and close friends with the guy at the reception desk, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag besties.
Did you just decide that you didn't want Cornelius to be polyamorous, and so now you're having Charlie woo him instead?
Listen, I think Charlie is at the cult way more frequently than Cornelius could ever hope to be.
Yeah.
Mostly because he works there as well. So he sees Ben every day because Ben is the only person that's ever sitting at that fucking ass desk because Ben lives and breathes front desk attendant, I guess. So he has become kind of besties, maybe a little flirty with him. Who knows?
Wow.
But they're tight. And he because fucking Charlie actually goes outside, so he's the one who usually is bringing Charlie lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever time he goes in at appropriate food. So they've become besties, and he does kind of like the bookkeeping for more specifically Danica, but like kind of generally for the cult as well. She'll have him doing like note keeping and like making sure that the cult's like on paper legal affairs are in order, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of been bouncing around all over the place. Depending on, actually, we briefly messaged about this. I'm not certain if it's relevant. Possibly he goes and works for the town and spends less time working at the library just so that he can get into like the town history. Because I know maybe he talks to Jimmy James about, I think he was looking into Janet's family history, so maybe he decides to start nosing through the town files to be like, what's going on here in the past. He died in the fucking 30s. 80, 90 years that he's been not alive for.
Oh,
so
you know what? That is the perfect way for someone to figure out who the fuck Janet Jingleson's granddaughter is. That's so great. Hang on to that. We're gonna loop back around. That's much better than what my idea was.
Yeah. So he's just been nosing through the files, and it's like they were here while main crew was trapped in Sandland, I believe. So fucking Atticus isn't working there.
Yeah, no, Atticus is not working there. And Beth, let's check in with Roger B. Hobblescobble. How's Father of the Year doing?
Oh, he's doing fantastic. So he primarily spends the bulk of his time at the Red Velvet since he kind of talked. Actually, wait, is that something I like established with Fate at the time or just talked about afterwards, the daycare thing?
No, I think you talked about it with Fate.
Did I? Okay, thank God. I was like, did I imagine that? No,
sure
so after Fate basically put him on the payroll and he started a daycare for like other baby ghosts, but mostly just Joe Loss, because Joe Loss is there every day. He just spends the bulk of his time there anyway, so he hangs out in the daycare. He gets to know a lot of the other employees, a lot of the other ghosts that come in and out, some important, not some not so important. He does end up having to watch other children, but he kind of doesn't mind because it's fun trying to get them to socialize with Jolas, who isn't mind controlling them or running away from him in fear, which he's had to teach him not to do several times. He's really bad at remembering that, but he's learning. And he also still kind of does encourage Jolas to go have these like magic lessons with Fate as often as Fate has time for it. And I think at first, Roger not wanting to like push the envelope or anything, he just very respectful, sends Jolas in on his way, kind of waves at her, picks him up when he's supposed to. But after maybe like the first year of that, he's gonna try and be a little more like friendly, maybe like a touch flirty, but nothing like weird.
Nothing weird.
Nothing weird. He might linger in the doorway a little longer, tell her that her hair looks really nice today, tells him to have a good time, offers to bring her anything if she, asks, just tries to be polite, but like, also a little more present. But never, what's the word? Hopefully unwelcomingly. Like if he's getting vibes that she's like not in the mood, he's not going to push it. So I'm trying to think of like what could he possibly do at this point to like help Jimmy James in any way, but I literally don't know what he could do here other than hope to God he never has to meet Tempest.
You're kind of just praying that it doesn't come up.
Basically, he's just like, he knows he's on a timer, so he's doing his best to prepare Jolas, and he doesn't want to be, not useful, but he's just not sure what else to do, so he's kind of hoping maybe they'll just like forget.
You're hoping that Jimmy James actually doesn't get what he wants, and that he can just be Jolas's dad forever.
He kind of does just want to be Jolas's dad forever, but he's not going to tell Jimmy James that. But that's how the first year goes. After that, is Fate, receptive to this, or is she still just like, "Hi, Roger"?
Fate definitely keeps you at arm's length.
Damn.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can I romance her? She's so hot.
Listen, it's there's reasons. It's fine. So this goes on for 3 years. You develop a very strong emotional attachment to Jolas, which I mean, like it was already there, obviously, but
now there's time behind it.
Now there's time behind it.
Oh no!
And maybe coming for him as well. And what you notice after, I mean, Jimmy James was, of course, there for the fall of the town in Town Hall, and everyone heard about it. It was all over the news. But what you notice after that is that Jolas starts looking a little worse for wear, a little nervous, a little almost paranoid, and it starts to come even further when you notice that his feathers look like they're falling out.
Roger gets really, really up. Like, he's not trying to be a helicopter parent. He's actually read like a ton of books. Like, he discovered that there's a place called Barnes and Nobles, and he really likes going.
I don't like novels.
It's really close to the Red Velvet when he does occasionally venture out just for like some fresh air and stuff. So he goes over to the knobs to get some parenting books. And he reads about how to not smother his child and try and help him learn to be his own person, especially since he knows he's not going to always be there. So when all these feathers start falling out and Jolas is starting to get really upset and really nervous, he's like, okay, maybe I'm taking it too far on this. So he goes up to Jolas, he picks him up, holding him, and he's like, buddy, are you okay? Or do you want to talk about what's been going on? He's like brushing his feathers out. If any are little like falling out or like stuck, he kind of trying to gently like have them come out naturally as he's trying to comfort him a little bit.
Do you trust Fate?
Of course I trust Fate. She's never hurt us, has she? She's let us stay here all these years.
Roger, I've heard voices in my head.
Voices? What kind of voices? Whose voices?
I don't know, but they tell me I should watch out for fate. I don't know if this is a good place, Roger.
Okay. He gives him a little kiss on the forehead and he says, Jolas, you are my entire world. You're my son. If you do not feel safe here, and if you don't want to stay here anymore, I'll figure something else out. I promise. So, do you really want to leave?
I don't know. I don't know. But if there is somewhere else that you think of, I would like a change of pace, maybe.
Okay, I promise. I promise. He gives him another hug. He says, don't worry. You can always talk to me about anything the voices tell you. You know, if it's just whisperings about maybe things to look out for, maybe that's just part of your magic. But if it's
Maybe.
telling you to do anything dangerous, to hurt someone or hurt yourself, just talk to me, please.
Of
You
course.
promise?
Thank you, Roger. I will.
He kisses his forehead again. He's like, okay, I'm going to go try and see if I can maybe figure out a secondary resource. Even if it's not something permanent. Let's get out of here anyway. So I'll go, like, there's a thing I think called R Bay and Bay, something about renting a house. I'll figure it out.
Bay. All right, great. Well, all right. We're not gonna resolve that right away. I'm gonna let
No.
you. I'm gonna let you ponder on that one. Now, Charlie, it is a few weeks after town hall that you stumble across it. R Bay and Bay. That's amazing. It is a few weeks after town hall that you stumble across it. A family tree from Janet Jingleson, and you trace it down to Emmy Jingleson Jace, the owner of a local bake shop in town.
Okay. I think I've passed by there and maybe even purchased food. That's awkward. That's so silly. Anyways, he takes out his little notebook and he writes a note of this. Does Jimmy James have a phone at this point?
No, why would he need one?
I guess
That's his feeling.
It's Charlie has absolutely gotten a phone at this point. It's like the smartphone ever. He's never paying it off because they're gonna die eventually again. And why the fuck would he pay extra money for that? So he's just kind of got illicit goods phone.
That's great.
And I guess he makes a note of that and thinks about calling Jimmy James and then realizes he can't. So he sets a reminder in his phone for later. And when he gets out of work that day, where has Jimmy James been staying? Has he been staying in the fucking hotel?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back to the hotel at the end of the day. And I'm going to, I think, stop and get food first and have myself a nice little dinner. But
You're
once
really
I'm all
dragging this
settled,
out.
yeah, once I'm all settled in for the evening, I go and knock. I mean, we've already had like taken this long to get to it, so I like what I'm gonna rush myself over here. Absolutely not. I'm gonna have myself some nice Chinese takeout, and then I'm gonna go knock on Jimmy James's hotel room door.
Okay, you do that.
Jimmy James opens the door, I guess. When he opens the door, he has a book all about refrigerators in his hand, and it's called The History of Refrigerators.
Who
in a
wrote
short, William Cullen, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course, William Cullen. Not gonna
Yeah,
Google
he
who
wrote
that
it in
is.
1748.
Wow, did he? Sheesh.
That's a good one. Mind if I come in? This is I've made a discovery today that I think you'll be interested in.
Is it going to help me figure out this whole refrigeration thing? Because I think this could really, really help us down in Jamestown.
No, but it does have to do with baked goods, which are pretty important.
That's, you know what? I think we could use more baked goods down there. He invites you in, and as you walk in, you see about 1,000 papers thrown all over the place. Many say refrigeration, some say like windmill, some say wells, some like it's all over the place. And then he says, "Ish, I'm gonna talk to you later, all right?" Ish apparently doesn't respond, so he just
Oh,
hangs up.
Ish straight up dies.
Ish is literally like shocked because you've just been ranting about refrigerators for the last like 3 hours, and he goes, yeah, yeah, talk to you later.
It's all also useless information because he's using a book from 1748 before the first any type of refrigerator. He's just like, this is how refrigeration works. You understand? And it's just like, how do I make one? I don't get it.
After
Yeah, what can I do for you here?
well, my first suggestion to you is maybe get a little bit more of a modern book, because I think that one was written quite a long time before we were actually literally born and lived. But
Yeah, but it could still be helpful.
it
You don't
could,
know.
but like, something more modern is gonna have all of the kinks worked out, is the thing.
You do have a point. He does say in this book that he hasn't figured out how to actually make it a refrigerator yet.
It's true. So
So
go more modern. Maybe go buy like a, I don't know, like I think they have like blueprint
you're
books
thinking like the
somewhere.
1800s?
No, I was thinking more like the 1900s or like the 2000s.
Then that's what they call it, the 2000s,
The
right?
2000s. What's the current year? When are we? It's not important.
I don't think it actually matters, you know? It's just, time is stupid up here. We go back down where we belong, and time is much less confusing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Anyways, recommend reading maybe books about refrigeration from the past 100 years to maybe current day. Moving right past that, though, because that's way less important than this. One of the things you mentioned to yourself, but I don't think anyone caught it except me, because I listen to everything that everyone's talking about all the time because I take notes for everyone. You were looking to find out more about Janet's family.
Jimmy James' excitement over refrigeration just goes away. His face is just now very stoic as he looks at you. He doesn't say anything.
We have actually already met. I don't. He flips open his notes and he's like, her great granddaughter. I'm not certain. She's a descendant. She actually runs the bake shop in town. You might remember her from little bake sales during like town events, or I think we might have stopped in there one time for breakfast or something. Her name is Emmy.
Emmy? All right. Yeah, I have a vague memory, but so you're saying this is Janet's great granddaughter?
Something like that. But yeah, I was digging through. I picked up an archivist job at the town hall because I guess the archivist that worked there. I'm not entirely certain on the details of it.
I feel like people nowadays, they don't have the work ethic we had, back in my day.
I mean, like, it's just
I worked real hard when I was alive.
Just disappeared. No, me too. I was all over the place. Like,
I had like 10 phones when I was alive.
that seems.
Now I don't need one.
You should really. They make phones that are basically computers. You could just have on you. You know that, right? You could just have one of those.
But I can just go to the library and get a computer.
I mean, you could, but you could also just like set up a payment plan for a cell phone, and then it's like the computer screen and the computer in your hand, but you can also call people on it. It's kind of nuts.
This sounds a little bit complicated considering I'm gonna go with a no on that one. It sounds like there's too many things, too many bells and whistles. Keep it simple is what I always say. It's my new catchphrase.
You're reading a book that's 200 years out of date.
Exactly. It's simple. Before they got all this fancy electricity.
It's functional. I can teach you how to use one. I
All
promise
right,
you.
fine.
I
I'll
live in the
put the
room
old
next
book
door.
down.
Okay, thank
He
you.
tosses the old book to the side and says, "So, what do you propose we do about Emmy?"
Well, I don't know. Want to go see if the shop is open? And I don't know. Mm, I don't know. Buy like a pastry or something, and like ask. The diners. I think, or is it a diner? I think it's a bake shop, bakery.
What am
It's
I gonna
it's
do? I'm
just
gonna go up
go
to her.
ask her what the name of the thing stands for. I don't know.
I'm gonna go up to her and ask, "Hey, do you happen to know your great grandmother's name? Oh, by the
No.
way, we were lovers."
No, don't start with that. Oh my god, dude. Take it easy. You start with like, "Oh, what's the name of the place from? Where'd that come from?" And then you talk about how you were schmoozing her great great grandma. I'm kidding. Don't mention that until maybe like way later.
She might not even know her name.
You never know.
Also, she's gonna be very confused if I say, "Hey, I was dating your grandmother, but I didn't look like this back then. I had a different look. I looked like a royalty-free character. I can't remember
Kentucky Tim.
what did we call Kentucky Tim. I'm gonna
Royalty-free
reference
character.
Kentucky Tim. You know how many Kentucky Tim references I've seen since I got here? Zero. Everyone forgot about him. It's a shame, really.
I mean, it seems like you're stopping yourself from achieving one of your goals that is achievable by simply talking yourself down and out of it. When you could simply go there and say, "Hey, what's the name of this place all about?" Literally start small. You got this. You want me to come with you?
I ever tell you I don't like you?
I believe it. Let's
go.
go get dressed.
What? This is my hot flapper outfit.
You've worn it every day since we got here. I'm begging you to put something else on.
I don't know if I even have anything else. I don't have money. I just go to the library and then come back here and sometimes stop at the old folks' home.
Jimmy James, you do smell bad. I need you to put at least one other dress on. I'm begging you. I'm
Jimmy
joking. You don't
James
smell bad.
goes
You
and
smell
knocks on
fine.
Danica's door and asks to
Danica,
borrow a dress.
the door like swings open instantly, like she's just been standing in front of it waiting for something to happen. And she says, "Good evening, Jimmy James."
I need to borrow a dress.
What is your size?
You know, I never figured that out because I've worn this the whole time.
Yeah, you have. You fucking. I don't know if anyone's told you this. It is not a good. It smells. It does. I'm sorry. Where are we going?
Are we just all just like not telling me things anymore? We're just gonna be like, "Oh, Jimmy James, he smells."
Sometimes
Listen,
you don't.
Like you don't
don't
really
listen.
go places often.
Did I smell in hell too?
So where
Yeah,
are
but
we
it was
going?
different because all of us smelled in hell. Hell's not great.
Oh, that's much better than just trying to change the subject like I was going to do. Anyway, I was going to invite that nice young woman from town hall for some fun girl time. What's her name? Phoebe, the one you were hanging out with. She helped me out with a problem not long ago.
We hung out with her?
Yes, you talked to her about demons.
Oh, she was the demon girl. Got it. I don't remember names. You know that.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
demon girl. We were gonna get. Where are you going?
We're going to get a pastry.
Ooh, I'll invite her.
Wait, I need a dress.
Okay, she like throws a Colt robe at you and is like, "Here you go. Is that good enough?"
She smells it. How's it smell?
It smells like money, like dollar bills.
Danica, what do you do with these robes as he puts it on?
I wash them in money, of course. It's what he would have wanted.
It's called money laundering.
I learned about money laundering, and I decided to do it.
Do you think that could help New Jamestown?
Yes. She closes the door. And Phoebe, from your apartment, it is late one afternoon, early evening. You get a text from an unknown number that says in all caps, "Pastry."
Well, Phoebe texts back and she says, "What kind?"
You get another text that says pastry.
She texts back, "New number. Who is this?"
Okay, I'm gonna type out exactly what you get. That's what you get.
All right, Danik, Dan, duh. Danik, Danny, Danica. Oh, okay. She texts back, Danica, are you offering me a pastry?
She says pastry.
She calls Danica.
Hello, Phoebe.
Hey, what are you texting me about?
We're going to get pastries.
Okay. We as in all me included?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a pretty assumptuous statement. But yeah, okay, yeah, of course, I could definitely come with you.
Wonderful. We're going to a bake shop. Do you know it?
A bake shop?
Yes.
Is it Jay's Bake Shop?
Hang on a second. Jimmy James, the door slams open again, and Danica says, "What bake shop is it?"
What bake shop is it? As he turns to, is it Charlie?
Yeah,
Who is
Charlie.
it? Okay.
It's Jay's Bake Shop.
It's Jay's.
It's Jay's.
It's Jay's? Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Are your friends gonna be there too? I can hear them in the back.
All of my friends are going to be there.
What? Not all your friends, Danica.
Who's
a lot of
who's
people.
coming?
Just you, me, Charlie, and Phoebe.
What about Roger?
Oh, I always forget about Roger.
We can
sure.
probably leave Roger.
I'm fine with leaving Roger. I feel like I may have threatened Roger at some point, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's been
you did.
a long time.
It's been a long time. You did originally threaten Roger.
Hello?
And then...
Hello?
Hello? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to hang one of these up.
Okay. So I guess I'll meet. When am I meeting you at the bake shop?
When are we meeting her at the bake shop?
When are we meeting her at the bake shop?
Why are you asking me? This is up to you now.
You're the one planning it.
What plan? We're going to a bakery.
Okay, we're going right now, right? That's why I changed.
Sure.
We're going right now.
Oh,
Okay,
we're going right now?
We're going right now. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're going right
Dan,
now. We'll talk.
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going through a tunnel.
Danica accidentally put him on speakerphone.
Okay. But bye.
All right. Do you hang up because Danica doesn't know
Yeah.
how to?
Phoebe hangs up. And
Great.
I guess she I guess is hold on. What time period is this right now?
We're in 2022. This is a little bit after town hall.
Okay, so she's gonna go like knock on Atticus's door really fast.
I don't know if Atticus is with us.
Oh.
Is Atticus here tonight?
Atticus is out for the day.
Can you feel the presence of Atticus in this room right now?
Atticus is on
Hello?
vacation.
Hi.
Okay. Hi. Hey. Listen, I'm gonna go meet Danica and friends and company at the bake shop.
What the fuck? Why?
She called me. Well, she texted me and said pastry like 3 times, and then I called her.
Oh fuck!
Um,
Can I come with you? Cause like that sounds really. That sounds like she's gonna try and kidnap you, like a lot, actually.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna come with.
Okay.
What?
Roger excommunicated from the party.
Wait, hang on a second. This isn't an Atticus episode.
Wait, I'm confused. I literally said, "Be right back." My cat's breaking down my door. Came back and they were like Atticus, and I was like, "Oh, I guess they decided not to invite Roger. I'll be Atticus, I guess."
I'm
was just
fine with
letting
inviting
you know.
Atticus.
I was just letting Atticus know just in case Phoebe dies.
Atticus comes anyway.
Atticus comes, but she's just stalking around outside.
If Atticus is like in the background, but she doesn't have any speaking roles.
Is Roger going or is Roger not going? Because if Roger's going, then Atticus will go and then mysteriously fall on something, have to go to the hospital, and not be around for the rest of the episode.
I thought Roger was coming. Atticus falls on something.
Okay, good. Okay, Roger
Again.
gets invited. Atticus is like, actually, JK, I don't need to go. You know, I don't really want to get abducted into her cult. But if she starts murdering you, give me a call because I will get Anderson, and then you know what? It'll be over. It'll just be over for her. So let me know if you guys are getting murdered. But otherwise, have a good time.
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. And then Roger, oh my gosh, Roger's suddenly boop, boop. He's there. He's
Hello?
coming along.
Oh, hi guys. What's up?
Roger, why did you just burst out of my closet? Where have you been?
Oh, I got really lost. I've been trying to rent an Airbnb for me and Sholas, but I keep getting distracted by MapQuest.
Roger, we're getting pastries. Come along now.
All right. He's crying.
All right. Now that we have all that finally established, do you guys go to the bake shop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's closed. No, I'm kidding. It's
Oh
open.
my god.
They decide to open late. It's open late on Thursdays. Today's a Thursday.
So what does everyone want?
Oh, hang on. I'll set the scene. Let me set this. Let me interrupt real quick and let me set the scene. So you guys burst through the door with a loud ruckus. Just kidding. It's a gentle ding. The bake shop, Jimmy James. Maybe you have been here like once or twice. It's pretty quiet, pretty unassuming. There is a slightly older woman, maybe like late 40s, early 50s, who's kind of washing the counter. She looks up at you and says, "Oh, hey there. You were at town hall, weren't you?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey there. Hey, Danica, Phoebe. I don't think I know the rest of you.
Charlie.
Yeah, that's Charlie. That right there.
I give a little wave.
Oh, hi, Charlie. And who's your other friend?
Lodger.
I'm
That one.
Hi, I'm Blodger.
Hi.
Or Roger, if you prefer, I guess.
Do you have a preference, Blodger?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Jace looks highly uncomfortable and says, "So, what can I get for you fine folks this evening?"
Pastry.
Pastry.
Do you
Yeah,
need
we do have those.
Butterfly. Do you have any butterfly PT? It's blue. Do you have any of that?
No. We sell pastries here.
Fuck.
This isn't like a Blunkin.
Damn it. All right. Shit.
Charlie looks absolutely flabbergasted by the way that nobody knows how to talk.
I know, and Phoebe's
Like-
there too.
Phoebe is here, has said nothing. Everyone else has put their feet into their mouths and just simply farted out of their ears the whole time they've been here. So he goes up and he says, "I would love some almond horns if you have those. Additionally, whatever you would recommend."
We do have very good bear claws.
Oh, excellent. We'll take some of those as well. Jesus Louises.
Fantastic. Well, why don't you nice folks go take a seat wherever you want, and I'll get these and I'll bring them over to you.
Sure, thanks so much.
All right, she
Are we
kind of,
not asking about her grandma? Is that why we're not here?
huh?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
I shove you into a seat.
She like stops and she says, "I'm sorry, what was that?"
Oh,
Nothing. It was no.
sit
Do
down.
you have a grandma? He says, sticking his head out.
Stop! Everyone has a grandma. Go sit down.
Yeah.
Roger goes to sit down.
She kind of comes over and she says, "I'm sorry, what's that?"
I'm he points at Jimmy James and he's like, that guy knows your grandma or wants to know about your grandma.
I punch Roger.
Jace turns to you with like this icy stare. She says, "And what would you like to know about my grandmother?"
Where did the name of this place come from?
My grandmother.
Oh wow, what was she like?
Oh, you mean the crooked cop who robbed people, got herself killed, and blackened the family name for the last 3 generations?
Now you don't talk about her like that.
She narrows her eyes and she says, "What did you say?"
I don't need pastries. I have to pee.
She does not move. She does not let you out of the booth. She turns to Phoebe and she says, "Phoenix, what is this? What
Hi.
are you doing?"
Listen, so these guys, these fine friends of mine, I don't actually know these guys very well. So I'm like not technically with them. They just invited me here, but I guess like this dude, this
Flapper?
no, it's like this whole situation like I guess they know I guess they know your relative.
And how could you possibly know my dead grandmother who died in the 1920s?
Because I killed her.
I don't.
Well, what? What?
Because I killed her.
This is not funny. I need you all to get out of here right now.
Her name was Janet, last name Jingleson, which was always a weird one, but you know what? You get over the weird quirks of those you love. My real name is Jimmy James McGrath. Also a weird name, I understand. Skipping all the details, I knew your grandmother very well. I know that on here, right, as you know her, I know she doesn't have the best reputation, but I saw her for who she truly was. She was genuine and kind, and she did things for family. Everything she did for family, and she would sacrifice anything for those she loved. So, I don't know what to say beyond that, but she was incredible.
Her face, which is bright red and absolutely fuming, softens somewhat as you say that. And she says, "Who? How? What? What is this? Who? You're McGrath?"
Yeah, let's not tell anyone about that. I'm happy to be here, not as McGrath.
Are you... If you knew... Are you all dead? Phoebe, are you dead?
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. I hope not dead. But these guys are probably dead, I think.
I'm technically no longer dead. Technically.
How do you not be dead no more?
Because I am physical in the human world. But I mean, we'll all die again someday. So aren't we technically living? We just had a funky, fun experience in the afterlife, like a near-death experience. But we're all alive. So technically, no.
We're technically living on borrowed time, actually.
How
Who did
much
you
borrowed
borrow from?
time?
How many years have we been here?
3. We got 2
Well,
more.
way too long.
We got like 2 more years, I think.
Yeah, and then we're gonna.
You
What?
fart?
Yeah, he farts.
I'm not
Embarrassed.
certain if we're just gonna drop dead or if we're just gonna simply disintegrate. It wasn't really clearly explained to us, but like 2 more
Yeah.
years.
We can definitely blame whoever told us that information. It wasn't that we didn't pick it up.
No, it definitely
I'm
wasn't mentioned. I write down everything I hear.
I'm well known for listening all the time. So,
Roger tries not to laugh.
but to answer your question, yes, we are in fact dead. We died at one point. We're back. Not for any like unfinished business. I'm gonna kill you, but like you know, unfinished business. I'm not gonna kill you. Thing. That
Are you gonna kill somebody else?
Not anymore.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I'm fine with that. Listen, I'm fine to leave it at that. If they're not gonna kill anybody now, like that's cool.
Jace actually grabs a chair and she starts to come over. But as she speaks, your table, none of you can hear what she's saying. And her mouth stops moving, and suddenly you hear her say, "So what was she like?"
What?
I'm sorry. We just had an issue with our ears.
Is this like bad connection?
She starts talking again, but this time as her mouth opens, very briefly, your vision completely changes. There's black marble floors and tall bookshelves, but it only lasts a second, and then Jace is back and says, "Was that what she was like?"
Huh?
What the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
What's happening?
I don't understand. And before that thought finishes, your vision is fully shifted. And hang on, I have a reference that I'm gonna post in the chat. I'm doing a fun thing where I'm actually preparing things, some references that you guys can look at. The file size is too powerful. Oh Lord.
Wait, Max,
Man.
Max, here's what you do. You convert it.
Convert it?
Max, here's what you do. You upload it to the Google Drive, and then I send it into InViz because I have Nitro.
That's fine, I got it. I'm sending it now.
Do you pay for Nitro?
Of course I do. You think I can't just live without posting emojis everywhere? Look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
Hold on.
What have I done?
Look at this.
Whoa!
You think
an
I can
emoji.
live without that?
So
The
anyway,
answer is no.
So anyway, you are now standing in a beautiful library. The floors are a black and white marble. There are these tall white archways that separate these rooms of bookshelves that stack upwards of probably 15, 20 feet. Far off in the distance, echoing across the floor, it sounds like there's something heavy moving in your general direction. And Danica says, "What the fuck? The bake shop lady turned into a library."
Yeah, that's definitely what happened, Danica. Excellent job.
Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What is up? Thank you so much for listening to the next part of The Long Way Home. I have tried to record this 3 times already, so here we go. This is the one. Thank you to Brett for swinging by as always. I really hope you're enjoying this episode. It's always fun to explore the Hell Crew and Phoebe and kind of get a glimpse about what's going on with them. Happy October, or I hope you enjoyed your October whenever you're listening to this, because this one's a little funky, this ad break. So the next episode is actually going to be different depending on what platform you're listening to this on. Now, if you're listening to this on Patreon, your next episode is Halloween. But if you're listening to this on the main feed, your next episode is the start of the next arc, which is very exciting. Either way, I am super pumped for the next arc. I'm like looking at one of the references Beth sent me a little while ago. They're working on the art, so thank you, Beth, for that. Lots of good stuff coming up. And, while you're kind of waiting for all that good stuff, maybe you should consider telling a friend about This Isn't Normal. Because I'm very bad at marketing. I don't know how to market. but you guys are pretty good at it. I've seen you guys work. You do good stuff telling your friends, and sometimes your friends like the show, and that helps us grow, and that's really cool. So thank you if you do that. You can follow us on social media. We're on Twitter at TIN_cast, on Tumblr at TIN-cast, and on TikTok at TinCast Talk. That's right, we do little clips and junk on TikTok. Come give us a follow if you haven't already. You can even join our Discord. It's our pin tweet on Twitter. It's pretty cool, so definitely check those out. Maybe use the hashtag TinCast if you want to talk about the show or show off some cool art. You guys are so talented. I wish I could draw like you guys can. And I wish I just was able to materialize years and years of practice and honing a craft and draw the way you guys draw. It's very cool. Use the hashtag TinCast is my final thought on that. We have a pretty important anniversary coming up. December 5th, I believe, is 5 years of Tin. That's very cool. We are going to be celebrating. We are going to be celebrating that. And while I do not have an official schedule for you all yet, I do have a request. If you'd like to participate, we're considering doing a anniversary Q&A. We've done some of them before. They're very fun. If you're interested, pop on over to our Discord and drop a question in the questions for Tin Chat, or shoot us an email at tincast13@gmail.com with your question, and we might answer it during a fun segment. And there's going to be other anniversary stuff, I believe. We'll let you know when we get a little closer to the date. If you'd like to help support the show financially, maybe go to patreon.com/tincast, because that's where you go to do that. That's our financial support for the show. We are so happy to be able to deliver this as normal to every month, but it does cost money to run the show, and this helps us be able to deliver it to you every single week, which is pretty cool. So for $5 a month, you get access to almost every single episode a week early, except for holiday specials, like Halloween, which has either just happened or is happening. Schrodinger's Halloween. And for $10 a month, we thank you each and every week during this portion of the show. That's why it's time to thank them. It's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emilyn Laderna, and Smarties for their continued support of the show. Thank you all so much. Did I tell you your Halloween costume this year, if you celebrate Halloween, is pretty cool. I like it. I like the vibes. Anyway, I think we're gonna get back into the madness. Join us again next week for a variable episode that is going to be different depending on which platform you're listening to, until we get back on track next week. Next week? Yeah, next week. Next week we're going to be back on track. All right, until then, I love you guys. Stay safe, drink lots of water. Happy Halloween, or I hope you enjoyed it. Whatever. Okay, bye.
Crying, guys. I don't like this man. What the fuck?
We're all seeing this, right? Was there something in the pastries? Did anyone eat a pastry?
I don't think she brought them.
I don't think she brought them either.
Wait, are we just here in our minds, or do you think our bodies are physically here? Do you think if it's just our minds, that Bake Shop Lady's just talking to our unconscious selves now?
I hope if we're unconscious, she's not talking to us.
I hope she notices we're not there.
I pinched Charlie because he punched me earlier to see if he's corporeal.
Does that hurt me?
I'm asking. It does.
Ow,
it does.
Ow! Stop!
Which is a little harder than stop.
I shove you.
Charlie, grab these books. I'm sure these must contain crucial information.
Oh yeah, let me just read every book in this library real quick. That'll solve it.
Do you grab one by chance?
Yeah. Of course I do.
Do you open it?
Yeah.
It is hundreds and hundreds of pages of complete nonsense.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I can't fucking read this.
Let me see. I can read.
Oh, thank God you know how to read,
let
because
me see
I
that.
never learned how to do that. Here you go.
Clearly, he looks at it. Is it still nonsense?
I mean, it seems like it's just a completely, like, each page is just a random string of characters. There's no rhyme or reason to the absolute nonsense that you are looking at.
Yes, I see. He closes it. He goes, "That's a dissertation on anthropology and not important to our current situation." He
Roger,
shoves
I
it
will
back.
shove you to the ground.
I don't know, thank you. He walks away.
Phoebe
Can I leaf
is,
through a few other books? Is Phoebe here?
yeah, Phoebe's here.
Phoebe's
Oh,
here. She was
rip.
about to ask if all dead people are this
Annoying.
Fucking
what's the
annoying.
word? Yeah, fucking stupid.
That's really rich coming from Phoebe.
No, actually, that's usually Roger's job, but he's taking
Hey!
a fucking break today.
No, I'm not.
Oh, sorry, you're right. He's pulling in overtime today, actually.
Roger looks
Yeah.
mad. Ah! Kicks the bookshelf.
Phoebe grabs a book as well.
And you
Can I
flip
take
through
a...
it.
Yeah, flip through it. Maybe it's because you guys are dead.
Phoebe, you read it. Still nonsense. Every
God.
single page.
All right, well, college did nothing for me.
All this
Jimmy James
time.
is looking for a book on refrigeration.
No.
That's the thing. These books aren't even labeled. It's even the covers are just strings of random numbers and characters.
Phoebe's gonna put one in her pocket. She's taking it with her.
All right,
What?
you put
So
one
there's
in your pocket. You're like endless pants.
Yeah.
There's like
Just-
big old doorways, right? That look like keyholes almost.
Yeah, they're big old archways.
Roger, not wanting to read any more anthropology dissertations, sticks his head through one of the doorways, trying to see if he can figure out if there's like anything else here.
You see to your left what looks like just an endless string of nearly identical corridors. To your right, and the source of the distant thumping that has been getting steadily louder, but no one wanted to look into it. Roger,
No, I
you
was
see.
there, I swear.
Oh, yeah, well, all right. Well, good news. It's a giant black turtle approaching you.
Oh, hold on. Can you guys hold on just a second?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Turtle, can you hold on 1 second?
You hear a voice and it
I
says,
literally.
"What?" Okay, hey everyone, we're gonna just cut right back into it because Beth screamed and it scared all of us so bad, and she was just trying to act out Roger screaming, but we actually all thought she was being murdered. So we got all that. You can listen to the aftermath of that and bloopers. But anyway, Roger screams.
I scream real loud.
What do you scream real loud?
I scream, "Oh fucking no!" And then he ducks behind the bookshelf and is like running past everyone in the opposite direction.
All right, Roger, you start booking it away from everyone. And the rest of your party witnesses this giant black turtle make its way, standing in the adjacent room, peeking at you through the archway, and he says, "Hello there."
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Full disclosure, Jimmy James, I may have heard about you a few years ago. I was supposed to do something. I hope you don't mind the delay. But there I was, flipping through time itself, and I happened to overhear you say time is stupid, and that whew, that got me back on track. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, how's it going? Hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
Yeah,
Just
no. Who are you?
Oh,
Not to interrupt you.
I'm sorry. My name is Tempest. I am the concept of time.
Ah, that's cool. Anyways, you can talk now. Go ahead. And I motioned to Jimmy James.
what? So the concept of time, and yeah, I did say, yep, I said that earlier today. Yeah, time. It's a thing.
It sure is. You wouldn't know this, I don't think. Is this the first time we've had this conversation, or is it the last?
That sounds very threatening. Not a fan, but also not gonna fight a turtle today.
No, I don't mean anything by it. The time to humans is. And he, like, looks over past you, Jimmy James, at Phoebe and says, Wait, who the fuck are you?
Uh, hold on. Sorry. Who? Phoebe.
How did. Have we met before?
Giant turtle. No, I don't think so.
Have you ever messed with the very fabric of space and time before?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you look familiar. Anyway, Jimmy James, right, of course. My sincerest apologies for delaying our meeting, but I'm also kind of glad that we've delayed this. I'm very curious about you, to be honest with you.
Oh, listen, I've had a rough day, so can we just, speed this up, get it time? Yeah. What do you?
Right. Oh, sorry, of course, yes. Now, I've done a lot of digging into you, Jimmy James, and your journey, and as someone who understands time better than anyone, I understand the who, what, and the where. But to be honest with you, the why often escapes me. The reason that things are, and the way that things go. Human motivation is deeply, deeply complicated. Do you have a moment? Can we talk about what you've done?
Yeah, I guess. Am I like on trial here? Or?
In a way. We'll get to all of that. So, let's review what you've done over the last few years. You sacrificed multiple people, started a cult in the name of a man who was a pathological liar, and literally just tried to keep up a southern accent by saying, I'm from Texas. After that, you sacrificed Janet Jingleson in order to get one bullet, with which you wanted to use to kill a demon, Stolas, if I'm not mistaken.
Correction. I believe I got 6 bullets.
Oh, my apologies on the number. So,
And other correction, minor one. I didn't start the cult. I just didn't stop the cult from starting.
Right, we didn't start the fire and all that. Now, to continue, after that, you recruited several people, broke a small owl with the power to control demons out of a ripped thing in space and time, and came back to Earth under the guise of, what was her name? Who's the demon who's been helping you with all of this?
Lacrimosa.
You two must be close. So, you come back. You meet my sister, Fate, who you're supposed to kill, and she offers you a deal to essentially give up your entire mission just to try and change the way that things were. The way that things are, I suppose. Sorry, time and all that. I want to know why. After everything that you went through, all of the people who you have hurt and killed in order to get what you want, did you change your mind there?
You've been watching me this whole time, and that's what you got. You got that I wanted to just kill Stolas?
Well,
that's all?
That's the reason you came back to Earth.
Yeah, he was the first step.
The first step?
If you've been watching, you know what goes on down there. You know what happens, and you know what we go through. So, you know that I'm trying to change that.
Yes,
Stolas is a pawn. That is it. He is nothing. He should die. He will one day. But if I must put that off to make sure that my people will not have to suffer at the hands of demons, then I will do that.
Right, of course. I suppose when you put it in perspective, that makes sense. He turns again to Phoebe. Are you sure I don't know you?
Phoebe's like not listening at all. She's like off looking at books or something.
he, he turns back and he says, "Are you familiar with the Library of Babel, Jimmy James?"
I assume it's similar to a lot of the other libraries I've been in, although this one seems to not actually have anything of useful information in it.
Well, that's a very interesting way to put it. This is a recreation of the Library of Babel, one of the more interesting human creations and ideas. It's a thought experiment, really. Every book in this library has a random character generation, essentially. Every variation of 410-page books are available here. A Borges, a wonderful author of your kind wrote it. Now, because you are generating every possible 410-page book, all pieces of information are available within it, if you have the time and the patience to look. Jimmy James, if you were ever to write a memoir, it already exists in here. A lost chapter of mice and men. But who could possibly have the time to search through the endless nonsense to find anything usable?
I don't know. I also feel like you're kind of skipping over the fact that it also is 99.999 or whatever percent useless. Because if I'm coming here to learn more about refrigeration in the desert, then I don't know if I found something that's truthful or just a random gibberish of words that sounds like it's right.
Well, of course, and all possible variations of that exist. Would you come to a library of endless knowledge to learn about refrigeration?
Listen, it's been on my mind. I've got some things I've got to figure out. I've been busy, all right? Unfortunately, not as busy as I would like to be, but right now, my thing is refrigeration. So do you have anything to help me with refrigeration?
What? You understand I'm here to offer you my endorsement, potentially, right? Like, so that you can go and plead your case to Orpheosa.
Oh, yeah, totally. Knew that.
Have you been paying attention at all?
Listen, it's been months, if not years, since I talked to Fate. All right. It's an important conversation, but sometimes you forget the details, especially when you're deep in the weeds learning about mud bricks.
Yeah, of course, the mud bricks, of course. I have another question for you before we get into the terms of our agreement. What would you do if I gave you my endorsement, Jimmy James? You and the rest of your makeshift crew are on their last leg. Only 2 years of life left, and then, poof, gone. How do you think Lacrimosa feels that you've essentially betrayed her?
Well, she probably knows by now.
Oh, I mean,
It's been
yes.
years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I have people building walls and shit back home.
Mm-hmm. Right. Would you want to live out the rest of your 2 years? I could send you back there in an instant, if you wanted.
All right.
That's more of a general question than anything.
Yeah, I want to get back home as soon as I can.
Interesting. Well then, perhaps we can arrive at an equitable agreement, because there is someone in your party I have been dying to get my hands on. Should you turn them over to me, I will immediately send you and any of your crew who wish to return to New Jamestown back post-haste, and you'll have my endorsement on top of it.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. Real quick, what is the next step? Do I need to get another endorsement? Do I need 2 or do I need 3 or do I need more than that?
Fate and I will provide the endorsements. Your last task will be to meet with the ruler of all of hell, Orpheosa.
All right, all right. Yeah,
You're
no problem.
you're very calm about this. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of weirding me out.
I will be honest, there have been a lot of crazy things that have happened over the last 100 years. You kind of get numb to it.
Man, I guess that's true. Well, so, do we have a deal? Oh, I haven't even told you who, have I? Yes, it's going to be Roger B. Hobblescobble. Sorry, no surprise there. I want him. He betrayed me 100 years ago, trapped me in a basement. I want him.
Does Jimmy James know any of this backstory?
I think it's been mentioned to you when you basically tried to beat Roger up.
It's true. He has mentioned to you several times, has explained to you in detail why he doesn't want to be going back to Tempest. And when he eventually rounds the corner after running in circles and sees and hears this, is going to stomp over to you, Jimmy James, and say, "Are you really just going to give me to this dude? This fucking turtle maniac? This absolute scourge of the planet. Do you know what he's going to do? It's not even just torture me for eternity. I would be so lucky. He is going to use the knowledge that I acquired 100 years ago, Jimmy James, and he is going to enslave all of demonkind, if not humanity, if he can figure that out, which
What?
I don't put it past him.
Roger, you were literally the one trying to enslave demons, not I.
Don't fucking turn this back on me.
When
we
you-
had a deal. Who got there first? You or me? That was the deal.
Well, I've changed. I'm a changed turtle, but you are
You're a
still a
changed
maniac
turtle.
who locked me in a basement.
I'm a maniac.
But I don't have time for
Excuse
this.
me.
Jimmy James, it's
You
time to
literally
make a choice.
do.
And it's a very easy one. I can give you everything
James.
you want.
See, if you had all left out those details, I would have made the decision really quickly. Roger, I don't like you. I've made that abundantly clear. It's no surprise.
That's fine.
What's Phoebe doing in all of this?
Phoebe actually like walks up at this exact moment with like 3 books, and she's like, "Hey, I kind of just like was invited along for pastries. Can I like go home?"
Do you want to go home?
I mean, like, is there a reason for me to be here?
I don't know how you got here in the first place, to be honest with you. So, if you, are you keeping those?
What, these books?
Yeah, the books.
I mean, like, this is basically like a lost and found, right?
This
The library.
This is a library. Do you not know how a library works?
You need a library card. I learned
You
that
don't
real
need.
quick.
No, this is a conceptual library. You do not need a library card for a conceptual library.
Dude, you literally earlier were like, "Yo, you lost chapter of Mice and Men? It's a lost and found."
You know what? Keep the books. They're yours.
Thank you, but wait, hold on. Danica, do you need me here? Should I be here?
Honestly, I don't really know if you. I mean, if you want to go home, you can go home. I thought we were having fun girl time.
I mean, like, yeah, we're having a.
I know
mean,
these two are kind of harsh in the vibe, huh?
a little bit, yeah. I mean, like, it's kind of weird, that. Nothing against anybody here, Roger. You're kind of weird, honestly. But just the vibe I'm getting from
That's kind of fair. Jimmy James, can I please talk to you in private just for a moment?
Actually,
please?
give me 1 sec. I'm actually going to talk to Phoebe and Charlie about this because maybe they have some insights I'm not thinking of. Oh, and Danica too. You're here.
Jimmy James, please. He looks at you with like a fire in his eyes, and he goes, "I need to talk to you for a minute, please."
That's a long time. Got it? Haha. He points at the turtle.
This guy, I like this guy.
He grabs you by the collar, he starts dragging you behind one of the shelves.
This is not
He
helping
says-
your chances, by the way.
I'm not here to fucking talk for my life, okay? I'm here to make a deal with you.
Okay.
You can alter the terms of his deal. He can have me, but hold on, let me post it. I've been thinking about this. If Tempest is never allowed to use that information or pass the knowledge on to another, I will turn myself into him willingly. But you have to make sure someone takes care of Jolas. Please.
That actually solves all my moral quandaries. Yeah, that actually. Yep. Nope. There was never an issue of you dying. There's always the
I
issue
know.
of like the whole enslaving thing. So
I
that
know.
sounds like a good deal.
I I have been on more borrowed time than any of you put together. I knew he was gonna get me eventually, but if you promise that you will look after Jolas or get someone to do so, because he told me something about fate. He's been getting voices telling him not to trust fate, and I don't know what that means. But if you promise, then I'll trust you.
Yeah, sure. I'll admit the fact that we found a little baby demon that can control other demons and we didn't do much with it. That's probably
It's
an
because
oversight on my part.
he's a fucking child, and if you use him, I will haunt your ass for the rest of my life. That's not very long. I'll find a way to make you miserable if you use my son. Just keep him safe.
I will keep him safe. I will make sure that the deal goes through with what's this
Not
guy's name?
allowed to use, not allowed to pass. His name is Tempest. He is the concept of time. I really don't think you're understanding the gravity of this situation. He cannot use the knowledge, and he cannot give it to anyone else. That should be enough.
All right, I just want to make sure. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Well, I guess. Damn it! I thought I had something actually useful to say, and now I don't remember what it was. Um.
Let's just go.
Oh, how long does this guy live?
He is time. He is time, Jimmy James. He will never die. He will
Gotcha.
exist after we all perish, after the human race stops existing. He will be there forever.
Time is stupid, you know.
Oh, you're about to get fucked. He starts walking over, somewhat haltingly, but strides over somewhat to Tempest.
Tempest turns and with a turtly grin says, Roger, there you are, my old friend.
Hello.
Have you decided to come along?
He looks to Jimmy James.
That's, listen, I like the deal, but I also don't like the deal, for various reasons. Right.
You're negotiating with the concept of time.
I made some really good jokes earlier. I was hoping you'd kind of keep
No,
cutting some
I love
slack
it.
for
I
those.
love it. What you got, bud?
So I'm fine with handing over Roger
Okay.
because Roger sucks, right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
If you don't use the knowledge that Roger, the stuff he figured out, right? You don't use it and you don't pass it along to anyone else ever.
Yeah, no, that's
For all of time.
oh, that's a long time. Yeah, sure. That's reasonable. I mean, I basically gave up on humanity after Roger imprisoned me in his basement for years. So, that's fair. I'll take Roger. You have my. He kind of wiggles his turtly arms and makes a noise with his mouth, and he says, "Yay! You have my endorsement. Congratulations." This is a big deal, to be honest with you. I don't do this. I gave up on humans a long time ago, but you fascinate me, truly.
All right. I have a step great granddaughter or something to talk to. Unless we have other things you wanted to talk about, but I don't really know how to talk to the concept of time, so.
No, I understand. Well, I guess final business, Jimmy James. Are you done with the Earth? Would you like to go home?
I guess I'll never get to know about refrigerators. And, oh yeah, I will need Jolos.
What? No, don't kill him.
No, I need Jolos. What? I'm not. Oh.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I probably can't take him to hell. Huh. That is a predicament that I did not think about.
Do you want an hour? I can give you an hour.
Yeah, can you give me some time? I got some loose ends I got to tie up.
Sure, yeah. Why don't you say I don't know. Let's have a fun code word. Let's have a time code word. You say it. That's it. That's it for Jimmy James back in hell.
All right. What do we want the code word to be? What's
I'm a big
thing I'll never really say?
Watermelon.
I very well might say that. What if I walk by a watermelon stand?
Do you exclaim every stand that you see on the side of the. Anyway, what about Fiddle Faddle? What about Roger?
Ooh.
That's a fun one.
Ooh, what about this one? You ready for You're gonna
Yeah,
like this.
okay.
You're gonna like this.
Yeah.
Time is wonderful. I would never say that.
Oh, I like that. That's wonderful. Yes. If you say time is wonderful again, then that's it. Back home. Don't take too long. I'll be waiting. Ha 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 ha. That's my laugh.
It's
I go ha ha ha.
so funny. Let's head back to the bakery.
Oh wait, 1 second. Charlie, are you going home as well?
I mean, I've got like a job and stuff, so I kind of figured I'd like hang out for a little while.
Danica says, I would also like to hang out for a little while longer. I think the little lambs here need me. Jimmy James, will you take care of the ones back there?
Yeah, I can't promise that I'm gonna like try and keep the cult going after getting called out by the concept of time, but I'll take care of the people. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll be back to deal with them in 2 years.
Charlie, hey,
Yes.
you work at the library, right?
Yes.
How would you feel? You had so many thoughts earlier. They were wonderful. I liked them a lot. How about you become our new book person?
I've always been the book person, but yes,
I mean,
can
read the books and then
yes, I can do that.
and then teach us how to, do the things in New Jamestown.
Yeah,
Be our little
absolutely.
researcher. That's what you call it.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness there's a word for it.
And Phoebe, would you like to go to hell?
You know, I think I'm probably gonna go there one day, but I probably want to stay on Earth for now.
Your loss. Well, everyone, it's been real. I'm gonna and he like eats Roger.
Wait.
Whoa!
No, he's fine. It's fine. It's a fun thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for coming. And your viewpoint immediately swaps back to the diner. Jace is in her chair crying. She says, and then I got a Mother of the Year award from the school, but I just feel like I don't deserve it. I wish I could have done better by my boy,
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I think I was astral projecting. I would love to talk to you more about everything that you were just talking about, but I was not present. I don't know about anyone else, but like if everyone else wants to leave, they can. He does like a little hand wave. He's like, I'd love to hear more about everything, though. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I think I just had a long day.
Yeah, actually, I'll be honest, I just had a pretty pivotal moment in my life death thing. So no, I was not paying attention to what you said.
What?
Oh,
I was just talking about how hard it is to be a parent in this town and wanted to do right by the ones you love.
I get that. I'll get that.
This sounds kind of crazy, so I don't fault you for that. Like, it's just like that sometimes, No shame in it. I mean,
You guys are
What?
really good listeners.
glad we could be here for you.
Danica is like, were you guys listening to this? Weren't we just in the place?
I elbow her.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, anyway, I'm leaving, and she exits stage left.
Danica, before you go, before I go, we have to talk.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, I've got some unfinished business with Emmy here, and I've already given Charlie his orders, so if he wants to hang out, he totally can, because love his company.
Sure.
Phoebe, that was probably a lot. If you don't want to hang out anymore for girls' time, I understand.
nah, girls' night.
Girls' night?
Girls' night.
Girls' night?
No,
Anyway,
but I'm chilling. I'm good. We can
sweet.
hang out.
Awesome. Sorry, Jimmy James. What's up?
Real quick, I know I'm headed back, and you're staying here, and I need you to do me a favor.
Of course.
Don't try and like overthrow the world or anything while I'm gone.
Sounds like a weirdly specific request. Did you think I was going to come back here and take over the world?
Listen, sometimes I can't judge what your plans are, so I just want to make sure that I'm putting that out. Also, please don't come back and try and like kill me in hell. Like that'd just be
What do
rude.
you what do you think of me?
I think that you are a wonderful woman, but also I think that sometimes our relationship isn't always as close knit as I want it to be, especially since we got here. You've been very busy with your thing. I've been very busy. We haven't really connected. And I just want to make sure we're good and we're not going to do anything crazy.
We're good. We're not going to do anything crazy.
All right. He
Uh,
like kind of like starts going in for a hug and then like kind of backs down.
no, she actually gives you a really tight hug and she says, "I'm going to miss you, buddy. I'll see you in a few years."
I'll miss you too. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do.
Like kill a demon.
You can do that, actually. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, cool. I probably won't do that, but give my best to the lambs, would you?
I will. And I'll tell Ish how much you miss him. Mish.
Tell Ish how much I miss him. And she takes Charlie by the hand and they leave.
Bye, Charlie.
Phoebe's standing there awkwardly.
So, Phoebe, what's been going on with you in life?
Oh, I just since the what was the thing? The thing that we saw each other at? What was that thing?
The thing I threatened you at.
You threatened me there?
No. Nope, not at all. Definitely didn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a crazy day.
Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I think yeah, it was cool, but like I know you're going back to like hell and all, so I'll give you your time, I guess.
Yeah, try not to let everyone know that I'm going to hell. That's just people
Oh,
up here don't really like hell. So
she removes the blog post that she posted already about you going to hell.
Wow, that was quick. That was really quick.
Yeah, no, she was like typing in the booth, like right there. But she takes it down and she's like, "All right, well, yeah, no, it was cool meeting you and all, but like, have fun in hell. I'll probably see you there someday, maybe."
yeah, come on by New Jamestown. It's a great little place.
New Jamestown. She like writes it down and she's like, "Probably won't be able to bring this with me, but yeah, all right." She also exits stage left.
And it's just you and Emmy in the diner.
I mean, you were asking some questions when I kind of zoned out. What were you asking?
Oh, I was just asking about what she was really like, Janet.
Oh, she was strong, yeah, determined. She was always there for you. She was wonderful. She uh when we first met, she actually we started flirting, I remember, and she betrayed me, which sounds awful, but you get over it after 100 or so years. She always did what she thought was right by those she loved. And she was an inspiration. Still is.
That is she okay down there?
Um yeah. Yeah, she's okay.
She gives you a small smile and says, "My whole life, my mom, her Janet's daughter, she was not the best woman. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I think I took a lot of that out on the rest of the family. But it's nice to hear that maybe we weren't all bad. I kind of doesn't sound like you were paying attention. My boy, who I guess would be Janet's great grandson, the only thing I've ever wanted for him was to have a better life than what I had growing up. It's hard, you know. You kind of get weighed down by stuff he didn't have any control over. But we do our best, and we try to do right.
That's all you can do sometimes, you know.
She wipes a tear and she says, "Well, I don't, I don't want to keep you here. But thank you for that. I really feel like I needed to hear it."
Thank you for, I don't know, not being weirded out by a guy saying he knew your grandmother.
You know, there's a lot of weird things going on in this town, and for some reason, that's just not even in the top 5.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and I wish your son and anyone else that you care about the best.
Thank you. Now, before we wrap up, what do you want to do about Joe loss?
Oh, that's what he was going to talk to Danica about.
It's okay. I'm already going to pick him up from daycare.
I want you guys to know that I had to go on mute because I had to like have a real cry about not getting to get to say goodbye to Joe Loss.
All right, so
Good luck, Joe Loss.
Well, hang on. You know, even Tempest isn't that heartless. So,
Sure.
yeah. So, Charlie, as you and Danica drive over to to the Red Velvet to go pick Jolas up from daycare, you like burst through the doors, and Roger, you are violently ejected, covered in saliva, onto the floor in front of Jolas, and a voice echoes and says, "All right, sorry about that. That was a little mean. I got a little overexcited."
Okay. Am I not enslaved by you, or am I still like?
Say your goodbyes.
All right. How much time do I've got?
I don't know, like 5 minutes. You have until the others come and collect Jolas.
Okay. Thanks. Walks over to Jolas, who's like probably grossed out.
Yeah, Jolas is like, "Roger?
Hi, buddy. I've got some bad news, buddy.
What?
I don't think I can take you on that vacation.
We're not going to Aruba?"
No, we're not. Do you remember? I've told you about the scary turtle guy a lot, right?
Yes.
Well, I can't run forever, Jolas.
No, he can't. He's coming with me. You hear like a voice like through the loudspeaker.
So, I'm so sorry, but I can't be your dad anymore, Jola.
Roger, you're always going to be my dad.
Thank you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Gives him a really wet hug.
Oh, it's okay. We'll see each other again.
I don't think so, Jolas.
Shh. We'll see each other again.
Okay. Gives him like one last kiss on the forehead, and he says, "Don't mind control too many people now, and try and be nice for, I guess whoever's your step parent."
Wait, who's going to be my step parent?
I asked Jimmy James to help you out, but I don't really trust him, so I'm assuming someone else, like maybe Danica or Charlie. Or if it's Charlie, you have permission to be like a little rude, but you know.
Oh, sweet! You're the best, Dad.
Gives him another hug, and he says, "I'll see you someday."
Yes,
Jolas.
I'm sure you will.
I love you. And he stands up,
I love
walks
you.
up, and backs up.
Do you want to say it? Do you want to say the line?
Time is wonderful.
Woohoo! A giant turtley flipper wraps around you from the floor and pulls you back in. And Jimmy James, having basically forgotten your responsibilities, are you ready to say goodbye as well?
he definitely remembers about halfway home that that's what he was supposed to do. And because he doesn't have a cell phone, he rushes over to a payphone,
Okay.
but then realizes he doesn't know Danica's number or Charlie's number. So he kind of just goes back to the hotel and just waits for Danica and Charlie to come back.
And they come back with Joe Loss.
Oh, phew. I kind of forgot about that part of the deal, but Charlie, take good care of Joe Loss. Danica, instill good morals in Joe Loss, please.
Oh, only the best morals.
Maybe two people from hell. Two people from hell should not be raising this.
It's basically like a sitcom. This is so
You know,
weird.
I meant to check out those sitcoms. I also, I heard about this podcasting thing, and I was thinking we could start one about our time in hell.
What would you call it?
Hell's Company.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do a bit and you were gonna say time is wonderful and then you were just gonna die. I thought
no.
that's where you were going with that.
I'm gonna get all my research and try and relay it all to Ish real quick before I head back down.
Oh. Okay. I'm
Sorry, did you just say you're gonna say Ish over the radio before you just simply go back?
Yeah, I'm gonna read some of my notes, so that way he has them. Well, I have them when I get there. We got lots of things to improve when we get there. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Great to see you guys again, Joe Loss. Just keep being Joe Loss. Also, you're surrogate father or whatever Roger was. I don't understand. He really loved you.
Oh, I talked to him.
Oh, okay. This was completely unnecessary then. I could have just left hours ago. All right, bye. So it goes back to the hotel room.
Danica awkwardly shuffles out.
He then goes back to his hotel room, looks at a bunch of notes, a lot on refrigeration that he still hasn't cracked. He leaves a note for Charlie to say, "Figure out refrigeration," and then just relays a bunch of them on wells and windmills and all this crap. And then he says, Ish, I learned a good lesson today.
What'd you learn, Jimmy James?
I was going to do a whole bit, but I actually don't have the patience for it. So just time is wonderful.
Jimmy James, you explode violently, viscerally. And you are immediately back in New Jamestown. Ish is he slams back in his chair. He says, "Oh my God, it sounded like something exploded."
That may have happened. Suddenly everything went black. Well, a little red, then black.
He runs over to you. He scoops you up in a big hug, and he says, "Welcome home."
Oh, it's good to be home. Although it is hotter than I remember.
You'll get used to it again.
All right.
And I think that's where we're going to end things for today.
Woohoo.
Max, I have one quick question for you. What happened to Roger's body in the booth?
It just didn't come back.
Roger just simply fucking.
Jace was too caught up in her story to notice.
Jace is talking, closes her eyes for a second. Roger briefly turns into dust, opens her eyes, and he's gone. And she's like, "He just dined and dashed." Literally.
Oh my God, no one paid for their food.
We didn't get food. She just sat down at the table with us and talked. We never brought the food over. We mentioned her grandma and she got mad.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Roger was like speedrun grandma talk.
Roger said, "Yo, your grandma?"
Keeps mentioning it.
Mentions your grandma several times, fades out of reality.
Well, Brett.
Damn, what an existence.
Brett, welcome home. I'm glad that we could take the journey. We could take the long way home for Jimmy James. Do you get it?
Is this still called The Long Way Home?
Yeah.
God, it sure is.
So good.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, it's late. Thank you everyone for your time. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a lot about refrigeration.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
fucking fun. That's
Mark,
gonna be really funny.
Mark, thank you for bringing Phoebe along for that absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah, thanks for fucking bringing Phoebe to the pastry shop and then just somehow bringing her along. She was just
Danica,
like,
do
oh,
it.
wow.
Danica, do I need to be here for girls' night still?
Like, do I have a purpose here right now?
Danica, I want to go home.
I kind of like, I would rather be at home.
You're great and
You know
all, but
what?
your friends are weirding me out.
Yeah, like, honestly, this turtle dude, he's kind of gross. I don't really want to be here.
He just ate a man. I want to go home.
Yeah, but you know what? They had a good girls' night, and she had a weird moment, like a weird, awkward moment with Jimmy James, and it was fun.
It was a good time.
Which one?
The one at the very end where she's like, "Yeah, okay, goodbye."
Oh yeah.
It's been real. Goodbye. Phoebe goes home, passes out, and promptly like doesn't remember anything the next day.
Absolute facts. Phoebe does not care about anything that happened today.
I just got off a 10-minute call with him. I had to convince him to come. He's feeling a little nervous today, so.
Why?
Brett.
No, I'm kidding. It was fine.
Oh,
We were
I was like, Brett, what the fuck? I'll kick some like sense into him. And by sense I just mean I'll just compliment him aggressively for a few minutes.
No.
If he's feeling nervous, I'll beat the shit out of this dude.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
If he's nervous, we could beat him up.
That'll stop him.
That'll
You
stop
be
the
nervous
nerve.
in my Christian podcast. Start swaying.
No, we were actually talking because he was like, dude, I have no clue what Jimmy James was doing for 3 years. So I said,
If it makes him feel better, the only thing Charlie's done is read books and talk to Ben.
that's almost exactly what we settled on for Jimmy James, actually. Well,
They've been reading books together.
Gets confused, can't find time, reads books.
because he was like Jimmy James' whole life like really started after he died. Like New Jamestown is his life. Like what the hell is he gonna do for 3 years not being there, you know? Like what does he care about being there for 3 years? And I was like, you're so right. He's definitely like micromanaging New Jamestown from afar. So
How is he micromanaging New Jamestown from Earth?
something radio technology. I don't know.
Oh, fair. Hi, Brett.
Hey, Brad.
What?
Sorry, I don't know if that picked it up. I tried to scream really loud, but I don't know if that like peaked too hard.
Beth, I thought you literally just got murdered.
Yeah, I was like, is Beth okay?
Oh, I just wanted
Beth,
Roger
please
to
hold
be
on. Get skill.
No, I was like, okay, I'm gonna scream, but let me not just like do it reactionary. Let me actually set up the time and effort for it so it doesn't peak out.
No, that was
But yeah.
terrifying.
You got to go into
Yeah.
the other room.
Beth, next time you're gonna do that, maybe warn us. So
Yeah,
we don't think
please,
you're
some-
literally getting murdered.
My bad. I said hold on.
I know, you said hold on, and then we just heard like blood-curdling screams coming from. I don't even think I can leave that in. That was terrifying.
Yeah, that was fucking scary.
I'm
No.
personally a big fan. Hold on. I'm a really big fan of the idea of us just seeing Roger peeking around the corner and then hearing that. I'm crying.
Oh my god. This is awful. It's all gone so wrong.
It's either getting left in or it's going into blooper.
That scream is getting completely cut. This is going into bloopers.
Oh,
Roger,
sad.